What's up, guys? Rogue Bludger here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you my very first Infinite Warfare beta video today. This was my first game that I played in the beta period. So you're going to be seeing my first reactions to it as I give my first reactions in this commentary, my pros, my cons, my in-betweens, and stuff like that. The gameplay is not the best, but it is my first one. So, check that out and see how I did. I played Domination to begin with, and that's one of the cons, really, is that Dominate... Well, I wouldn't say it's a con, but I couldn't get any teammates to really help much with the OBJ, so I just went to TDM after that. I might try it again before the beta's over, though. But let me just jump right into it. I'll start with the pros, because there's not as many of those as there are cons, so I'll start with that. One is there's no loading screen between the lobby and the map. The map loads after it's been voted in the lobby, so that once the countdown in the lobby finishes, you pretty much just go straight into the game. I am kind of sick, so if I sound like I'm sick, that's why. So you don't have to wait on the map to load once you already have waited on the lobby countdown, which is just really nice. It's just a little thing that's kind of nice. Something else, when you're at the beginning of the game, spawned in, before the match timer has finished, you can kind of move around. You can change which way you're looking. So you're already facing the direction you want to run in, which is just, something small, again, that's kind of nice. So that's kind of cool, too. The gun balancing is actually really good. In my opinion. Again, all this stuff is just my opinion. You guys might have played and have different opinions. You might not have played and don't have any opinions yet, but these are all my opinions. I'm sure Enos has different opinions on a lot of this stuff. And that's just something to, it's just to each his own, I guess. But to me, the gun balancing is very well done. There's no gun that really sticks out to me. It's just OP, and they're all usable. And the hit detection also seems to be pretty good. It doesn't seem to be too spotty with the movement. And for a beta, I'm surprised to say that. For both of those things, I'm surprised to say for a beta. So the hit detection, the gun balancing, both good. And I've liked the map size so far. They're not huge and they're not absolutely small. They feel a little smaller than they are with the movements. And I'm going to talk more about the movement actually right now. The movement, I didn't put it in a pro or a con. I mean, I think it's a con. I hate the movement. I hate advanced movements. I've always said that. But that's not really something that, we knew all along it was going to be in here. So it's not really in a con or a pro. It's just an in-between thing. I think it does need to be tweaked. It's a little fast. To me, it feels faster than Black Ops, but slower than Advanced Warfare. The sliding especially seems a little overpowered. You can slide around corners really quickly, and it's really hard to shoot people because they get very small when they're sliding. So I wish they'd at least change the animation on that, maybe slow it down some. The boosting itself, you can't boost quite as high as you could in previous Call of Duties, and it's a little bit slower, I think. The meter recharges at about the same rate, and there is a trait that lets it recharge instantly. I'll talk more about that in a second. So that's one thing. The loadouts, again, are like the specialist weapons. One of those things I wish wasn't in the game, but it is, and they're done okay, I guess. They're they're not quite as powerful as the specialist weapons were in Black Ops 3, it doesn't feel like. At least not the one I've used most, which is the Claw. It melts up close. It's not so good at range. So that's one thing. And then the weapon variants. I haven't gotten to experience a lot about that yet. I wish that weapon variants weren't in the game. But the nice thing about these is that anybody can get any of them. You can save up your salvaged parts, and you can unlock them via other methods other than supply drops. So that being said, it's a little bit easier to obtain various variants. And if there's one like, for example, the Inferno, or the Obsidian Steed was in Advanced Warfare, you can get it without having to just hope you randomly get it from a supply drop. So that's kind of nice. And then the cons, the connectivity, of course, has been an issue for everybody. Sometimes you'll just get into a lobby and it won't start. So that's kind of problematic. I haven't noticed a lot of in-game lag. That's been pretty good. So that's good. It's just actually finding lobbies and getting in full lobbies is kind of problematic. Sniping to me needs to be tweaked. It seems far too easy to snipe in this game, to quickscope. Specifically, the attachment of quick draw on a sniper, it makes it a little ridiculous. Sniping feels a little more like Black Ops 2 sniping than anything at this point. It just, with the way the snipers feel, I only used one of them as of recording this video, so you know that opinion might change. But the sniping needs to be tweaked a little bit. Quickscoping's too easy. It's too easy to snipe in general, in my opinion. So that's something I want them to change. Take quick draw completely out of it. They don't need quick draw on a sniper. And again, sliding, I already talked about that. That would be a con to me. Auto aim seems a little low. I don't know. I just feel like there's less auto aim in this Call of Duty than previous Call of Duties, making it a little harder to hit people, which may or may not be a good thing. A pro I forgot is the subs behave like subs and the ARs behave like ARs. It's hard to map people with a sub, and it's hard to win a gunfight up close if you're an AR going up against a sub. And that's how it should be. You shouldn't have these guns that can outgun other guns at ridiculous ranges when they shouldn't. So that's something that's kind of nice. Back to the cons, though. The traits need to go, in my opinion, all the traits. So each loadout has like a weapon and a trait. For example, the trait I'm using in this video, whenever I kill somebody, you can see a little pulse go out on my minimap from their body, which gives it, it's basically like a little pulse UAV. It shows where people are if they're nearby. It's really handy, but it's kind of OP. There's other traits that are kind of dumb too, in my opinion. So I just kind of wish they would go. It just doesn't seem to fit in the game. But that being said, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. I need to play it more. In the full game, I'm sure I'll feel differently about one way or the other. I'll either hate it or I'll enjoy it. But it's just hard to. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty, man. It feels like a different game, and I don't really like that. Just the way, I don't know. Again, I wish the movements weren't in it. I think if the movements were completely eliminated and the specialists were completely eliminated, it would be a pretty fun game. Like I said, the balancing is good and the maps are good, so if the rest of that stuff wasn't in there, then it'd be fun, but it is, so I can't really say that. But that being said, this is going to be probably one of my only gameplays just kind of talking about stuff. I'm going to have a video probably for each gun, at least for each AR and for each sub that I can get my hands on. Now there's some default loadouts that have some different weapons on it that you can unlock, and I might try and get some of those too, and I might try and do some variants as well. But at least all the regular subs and regular ARs I should have a video for. I should have one for the snipers at least, hopefully the LMGs and the shotguns too. I haven't used them yet though. One other thing I want to talk about were the grenades. They're pretty terrible. There's not really a good grenade, special grenade or primary grenade. I can't think right now. If you are going to use a grenade, I would use the one I'm using in this video, which is like a frag equivalent. The Simtex equivalent, like a plasma grenade, it doesn't work very well. It's more like the heat grenade in Black Ops 3, whatever it's called. I'm sick, I can't think. Thermite grenade. It's more like a thermite grenade than an actual grenade. And this is still weaker than a frag, the one I'm using in this video. But if you want to use one, that's the one I would recommend. I haven't tried the black hole grenade yet. I don't think I have it yet. But that might be one to try as well. And the special grenades, the secondary grenades, whatever they're called, there's one that's equivalent to like an EMP. That's the one I primarily use. There's a couple other ones, but they're not that great. So I don't know. That may or may not be a good thing to some people. I like using grenades, so to me it's kind of a con, but whatever. That's just something to think about. But I should probably be double uploading about every day for the next few weeks, in addition to whatever Enos uploads on his days. So we might have some triple upload days. Friday days and Saturdays and Sundays might be a little weird, but the other days should be at least double uploads. I'm going to have the campaign playthrough videos once a day for the most part. I'm going to have a beta gameplay, probably talking about a gun once a day for a week or two at least. So that stuff's coming. Probably the only Black Ops 3 I'll play is the Nuked Out challenge, so look for that on Fridays. And we did do our 1v1 snipers on Black Ops 3, so be sure to check that out, coming probably this week sometime. But that'll be pretty cool too, guys. So this video is, well, it's not quite done yet. I'll keep talking. But anyway, a lot of content I'm going to be rolling out in the next coming weeks, and then hopefully the game will be out, and I'll have plenty of stuff to do. But yeah, the attachments, pretty standard attachments. The perks are pretty standard perks. You know, that kind of stuff's the same. Pick 10 class system. You know, the rest you can kind of figure out on your own. But I just wanted to say my first thoughts and impressions on the gameplay and the weapons, and that's kind of what I got for you guys. The streaks, the score streaks are pretty average as well. Nothing that stands out in my mind to be super OP. A lot of UAVs, just because that's what everybody has. So there's pretty much a constant UAV, it seems like. But other than that, guys, that's all I've got to say really about it. So if you're playing the beta or have played the beta, let me know your thoughts, or if you have any questions about it that I can answer, please leave those in the comments down below. I'll be sure to answer them. And that's it for me today, guys, because it looks like this gameplay is wrapping up, which is weird. Oh, we lost. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's why I left Domination. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out all that new content coming out, and we'll see you next time, guys. God bless.